Hello, party people. I'm not sure if Jennifer is joining us tonight or not. I haven't heard from her. I tried to call her yesterday and she was busy, so we'll see. Let's see, we got Deb, Judy, Melanie, Cherry. Hello, hello, all my friends, Melanie. Um, so tonight I am starting a new project because why not start a new project if you've already got 7 going? In December-ish, I promised my cousin that I would make a quilt for her daughter for her high school graduation. That's in 2 weeks. So, I have chosen a pattern. I think it's a pretty easy quilt, but it'll be pretty. It's one of those that looks like it's hard, but it's not. Um, and so the reason I was at the last minute trying to get on live was because the email is not going through to for me to get my second camera set up. I've sent it to myself a few times. Um, you know, would not be the cheeky quilters without some sort of snafu. But anyway, so I am using the big book of scrappy quilts to make a pattern called Spring Fling. This one right here. And it's actually, I think, not gonna be like it looks hard, but it's not. It is and I actually happen to have a template the same size as the one they tell you to draw out. It's like a large triangle. It's 4.5-inch strips cut, and then made in a circle. So I'm gonna make at least a couple of blocks, see how hard it is, and then go from there. Anybody ever do that? So I forgot the colors that my cousin told me her daughter wanted. But then I thought I remembered, and I was embarrassed to tell her that I hadn't even started cutting the fabric yet. And it's in 2 weeks, but she knows me well enough to know that I'm a winger. I like to wing it. So she said like kind of natural colors, pale colors. And so I don't know if you guys can see the blocks behind me. Now this calls for light and dark for some contrast. And so I may or may not do light and dark. Oh, but anyway, I have all these batiks. What I may do is instead of light and dark, do like a batik and a solid. So this was a block. I don't know what this was, something I got. I don't even know how much is in here. I need 96. Excuse me, 192. 192 triangles. So I know I won't have enough with these batiks, but I do have some others. And this is the triangle that I use. Thank you, Mel. I like the colors too. These are the triangles that I use in the pattern that I'm writing for one of the flag quilts that I make, and I made it quite a few times. So I'm comfortable using the triangle. If if I wasn't comfortable using these triangles, I probably wouldn't do a quick quilt like that, like something that I have to get out quickly. But I am comfortable with it, so that's why I'm willing to even try it. For those of you who are not comfortable with triangles, it is definitely a learning curve. But I did last week. I was saying, was it last Thursday night, Wednesday night? Yeah, I was saying that I needed to go and make a pillowcase for my grandson before I got there. Well, it was like 11:30 at night, and I was like finished and woke up in the morning, got it done. I love those I guess they're called hot dog rolls. Um, yeah, hot dog pillowcase where you kind of roll it up. If you haven't made those, so fun. Maybe next week I'll do that. Or next week I'll still be working on this quilt probably. Hopefully I'll be. And then while I was in um at my son's house in El Paso, I got 3 people. Oh, see how pretty this is? But look, it's a dark. I was not expecting that. So maybe I can use that as a dark. Is that the back? Oh, this is weird. I might have to use the other side. I've never seen anything like that. So this might be like true batiks where um it's dyed, it's not printed on or I love this is my favorite, I think. Y'all, I love a good batik. And don't ask where I got it from. It's probably oh, I like this one. I'm gonna have to oh, they're the same one, that's why. I was like, oh, I really like this one. Ooh, but I like this one. Yo, it's the same fabric. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like an ombre. So I don't know what to do about this one. This is just, I think, like it's almost like it messed up. Like I don't know if y'all can see like the little dots. You see that? That's weird. Like what side's the back? I don't know. Like so, I last week cleaned my sewing room. Like I'm so proud of myself. Um, I had lots and lots of storage on a shelf right here in front of me. But it was stuff that I never used. It was kind of like it was storage, and I put it there, but I never used it. And then I had all the things that I did use were in the closet that was hard to get to. So I switched those around, and it's so much easier. Um, really made it a lot easier. But also now I can't find some things. Like I had in my stash, I keep them all by color for the most part, and then I had one container that had like batiks and weird colors and things that were just kind of rainbow-ish, things like that. And so I don't know where that container is. I might have to go look for it because I'm gonna need some more batik. Yeah, I don't know. So hello, hello. Who else joined us? Let me see if I never got oh, downloading messages. Apparently, Jenna Kutcher is having a class right now on how to sell on Pinterest. She wants to know if I'm going to join her. I'm going to say no to that, that I'm busy. Do y'all know who Jenna Kutcher is? I never heard of her until um, last October when I went to the Quilterpreneur retreat, which was awesome, by the way. But she's not Quilted Candy, but she's not doing it anymore. But if you have a quilting business, it was pretty awesome. Let's see. I'm looking at the camera to see which way it's gonna go without trying to call like an emergency. So, like last every other time it's been backwards. So let's see if I put my book down if you can see it the right way. No, but I'm just going to be cutting and sewing for most of tonight. But if y'all want to hear about the visit with my grandbaby, we could talk about some grandbaby, that little boy. So every time I see them, when I leave, I cry. Last year, I went to Vegas. Actually, they got married. My son and his wife got married. And when they were leaving, they dropped me off at the airport. Or I was leaving and they were driving home. They dropped me off at the airport, and I could not stop crying. Like it was embarrassing. Like I get to the ticket counter and I'm like, I just had to say goodbye to my new grandbaby. Oh. And so this year, when they left for Christmas, they came and it was bad, but it wasn't quite as bad. And then as they dropped me off at the airport, and he's leaning out the window in his little car seat, screaming, "I love you, Grandma Amber. I love you." I was like, like, seriously, I can't handle this. I was like waterworks pouring. So I turned around like to grab my bags and walk away, and there was a guy behind me, like young college age guy, and I was like ugly crying. I was like, bro, it's hard to be a grandma. I love you, Grandma Amber. Bless his little heart. He would sneak into my bed every night because I had to sleep in a little futon in his bedroom, and he would sneak in the bedroom to cuddle with me. And he's so tiny. He's just a little bitty thing. Like I couldn't get enough of him. His birthday party was Saturday, and it was at my daughter-in-law's dad's house, and he has a pool. So we were swimming. Um, hey Lisa, and so he swam from like 1 in the afternoon till like 7 at night. Y'all, he was so tired. It was so sweet though. So, oh, you didn't miss anything. I'm just talking about visiting with my grandbaby, making a scrappy quilt or a block. It might end up being a quilt. I mean, who knows? Any special milestones or birthdays? Anybody have anything to share this week? See, my phone's doing that thing again where it looks like it's small. Can y'all see that? Oh, look how cute that looks on the camera. Nothing special in your life, Deb? All right. Need another ruler. So that thing behind me is a workbench from Costco because Costco is the best thing that ever happened to my husband. And if they don't sell it there, you don't really need it, kind of thing. It's a workbench and it's awesome. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do it like this. Lots of high school graduations and such right now. It's funny how, like, some years, like, I don't know anybody that's graduating, and some years there's a bunch of people I know. I think 2 of my cousins have children graduating this year, so that's not too bad. So I'm just cutting 4.5-inch strips. And see, I'm gonna try to, not make too many mistakes. Y'all know I like to make mistakes when I can't talk and think at the same time. I might have to triple count 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Okay. I had, the sweetest thing happen at work recently. I have a gentleman that lives, an elderly gentleman that lives in a facility, a nursing home, and his son also lives there. And one day recently, I think it was this week, when I was leaving, I saw his son, who's also disabled, walk up to him from behind him and give him a kiss on the back of his head. I was like, that is so sweet. Oh, not big enough. That's annoying. Nothing special except my kiddo passed his 3rd grade reading test. Yay! That's awesome. If my son ever passed anything with the word reading in it, it would have been, like, extra special. He, argued with me about how many times he went to summer school. I think it was 3. He said it's once. It was probably twice. But, his summer school teachers loved him. Oh, he's such a joy. So wonderful to have him in the class. And then his regular teachers, like, throughout the year weren't quite as complimentary. I think the classes were just too big. Do we have any teachers in the group? Does anybody teach? That's what I was before I was a social worker. I taught high school. I started off teaching high school PE, and then I taught, like, elective classes, social studies, psychology. You'll see I'm double counting. Hello, hello. We have some new people joining us. What's happening? Say hello. Tell us where you're from. What you up to tonight? Are you lurking? I am making a graduation quilt for my cousin's daughter. I knew I was supposed to make this, like, months ago, around Christmas time probably, and the party is in 2 weeks. So now is the perfect time to start. It is a very scrappy quilt. But she likes kind of natural, neutral colors. So let's see if I'm gonna have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Clunk. So if I mix the batiks, help me out here. So if I mix a batik with, I said solid, but maybe like that has a definite contrast, right? I don't think I'm gonna use this definite blue because it didn't really go, but there is a difference from the batik to this. So I've recently had a few people ask me, now that Joann's is closed, where are you gonna buy your fabric? I was like, I didn't really buy that much from Joann anyway. What I'm really gonna miss, um, I'm really going to miss the ribbons and the notions and the last minute. I just need a couple yards of something. Um, yeah. I now have a job, Lisa, that I can quilt after work. For many years, I did not, but my current job, I can, and I'm so very appreciative. Yeah, I like these colors. I wish I had more of this fabric. I might have to go look for some in my stash if I could find my batik folder box. I love this green fabric, paisley. I do buy a lot of fabric from Marshall Dry Goods. What I have found with them is that if you order a specific fabric, um, most of the time it's good. If you order anything that's on sale or you order like a bulk of something, it's not as good. Like you kind of have to be careful. But I do like I like a lot of their prints, like this paisley. I almost ordered another bolt of it, like just in a different color, but I didn't. Which actually that would make it for a pretty quote. Let's see if I can try to do this without making y'all dizzy. So my son and his wife have a dog that's 4 months old. Bless her little heart. So much energy. And so what I'm doing here is I'm gonna have a lot of scrap fabric. I mean like little things left over. Yeah, the color bundles. I have never not purchased those color bundles because I have so much fabric, but I do occasionally buy a bolt. Like I try to buy one every like probably every 2 or 3 months. I'll buy a bolt of a color. But now I have all the colors, so I don't. Um, there's nothing that I need. So like I just ordered a gray and another green, and so now I have like the rainbow plus green plus black and gray. Um, yeah, it's a lot. Hi, Della. How are ya? I don't know if my husband is on the phone or if our youngest child is here. It's almost like I hear her with her puppy, in which case I'm gonna have to bring him in here, her, because she's just too cute. That's what made me think of my son's puppy. So they got puppies at the same time. One is a Labradoodle. Whew, she is full of energy. And then the other one is not a Labradoodle. She's a smaller version of a Labradoodle. I don't know what she's called. Oh, my trip to see my little baby boy was fabulous. I was just telling everybody I cried like a baby at the airport when they dropped me off. I had to compose myself to go inside. I actually checked my luggage on the outside so that I didn't have to walk in and see people. Ugh, I spoil him rotten. And, my son and his wife are really good parents. They don't spoil him or baby him. Um, my son's military, so he's probably harder on him than I would like. But I was baby talking and squeezing him, and because that's what I don't have to treat him the same way his parents treat him, right? I can baby talk him, and he's a whiz at puzzles. Like he got a puzzle. Oh, something else I did while I was there. Has anybody ever gone to an Amazon return store? Like, I don't know what the exact name of it is, but it's where, so when you return stuff to Amazon, they don't like put it back in stock. They just they sell it like by the lot, and so there are these discount stores where you can go and buy Amazon returns for like the first day it's $9, the next day it's 6, and then like it goes down. The prices go down as the days go on. And so the Friday, my daughter-in-law was getting her nails done. So and it was right next door. So I was like, yeah, I'll go do that. I'll go shopping. It's so overwhelming. I already don't like to shop. Hey Tasha. I already don't like to shop at Amazon, but this was like so overwhelming. All the returns. And like all I kept thinking of is everything was made in China. Like every single thing that was returned, and I thought, oh, like what a waste of resources. But anyway, I did buy a quilting ruler. There was an omni-grid ruler, a 5-inch one, which, perfect. We love 5-inch rulers. And also a creative color wheel. I have mine right here. But it was a 3-pack. Like there were 3 of them in a pack, and it was $4. I think I paid like $20 for this one. So that was a really good deal. I got those in the ruler. I got some oh, a tag gun. So when I do markets and stuff, I can tag my stuff. I think the day that I bought that, everything was $4. So I paid $4 for it. I think I did okay, but it was very disturbing to go and see all of the returns. But there were people there who were buying a lot of stuff, and clearly they were going to resell it, and they knew what they were looking for, um, because they like would go in and they would get the boxes, and they got like high dollar stuff, which is pretty cool. Um, so that's 3, 4.5. Oh, what I was going to say earlier is when I cut it like this, I know I have waste on either end. Um, But I use these little scrappy things when I make my little quilts, the scrappy applique kind of stuff. I use these little strips. So I don't mind. Especially I've been doing all the alligator stuff. I don't mind having the green. Um, yeah, those stores, like I know they have them in Houston. And so I'm gonna have to go check it out in Houston next time I'm there because I'm close to Houston. So what I'm working on is a quilt for a graduation quilt for my cousin's daughter, and it is this really pretty um what is it called? Spring Fling Kaleidoscope, which is a traditional block, a classic quilt in timeless colors. Yeah, it does look like a kaleidoscope. That's kind of cool. And so I'm doing it in light colors, throwing some batiks in there. It uses they're 4.5-inch strips, and you cut the strips into triangles. I need 192. No, actually, no, that's right, because I am making it the size it is. 192 of triangles. You did a kaleidoscope paper piece for my granddaughter. Oh, how was it? Hey, Rita. Paper piece would probably be a lot easier. So I have a container of all these scraps, but since I cleaned my room last week, I don't know where they are. So this calls for 192 light triangles and 192 dark triangles. For a total of how many blocks? Make 24 blocks. Oh, 24 with dark corners and 24 with light corners. So 48. 48 total blocks. Oh, that's a good idea. Did you embroider her name on the top border? Yes, I'm supposed to have it. I am going to have it done in 2 weeks. This is how I roll. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a procrastinator. I wait till the last minute and then I don't sleep for 2 weeks. No, I'm not on vacation. And the other thing, yeah, the triangle ruler definitely. I was saying earlier, I have a lot of experience with the triangle ruler, so that's the only reason that I have made this quilt that that I'm comfortable making this quilt because otherwise, no. Okay, so I think every color I'm just gonna have to like. I think this pink is probably too bright, but I don't have a different muted pink, but it definitely would show up, right? You could see the difference. Yeah, it's gonna have some pink in it. I yeah, so while I was on um not vacation, but when I was in visiting my son, I got calls about people wanting me to long arm, which, that's why I bought it. But good God, like I didn't even advertise, just all of a sudden I started getting calls. I don't know, like they heard about me from all different places, different people from different places. And like I might have to take some time off. Not even kidding. So last night I was working on one of them and I couldn't get the tension right. Like I had the eyelashes in the back. Oh, that's a good idea. She said instead of making cutting using the triangle ruler, she made squares and then cut the corners off. So let's see, one, two, three, four. Oh, this one doesn't have a. Oh, he would pay you back in love. So I also owe my son and his wife a wedding quilt. I was planning on making them a double wedding ring, and that's not what they want. I said I knew I should have just made it like without giving them a choice. But I've never made one before, and I was kind of intimidated, so I was okay with it. I need to get me a new rotary cutter. So let's see, I'll need one, two, three, four, eight. I think I need 16 total different colors of each. That's a lot. So what do y'all think? Do we use this one? Yes, 192 triangles is what I need. I guess I could use it as the door, but I'm telling you, I don't like it. It's all speckly. I think something happened. This must be like a misprint or something. I could use this side. I don't know what happened with that. And do I really have to use that many different colors? Yes, use the light side. Okay. I like this one. Hi, Deb. Have a good evening. I'm kind of concerned about the show that Mom and I do every year in October. Like the last couple of years, all of the other vendors have been saying that people aren't buying nearly as much as they used to. And I don't know what the economy is going to be like in October. It might be great, it might be horrible, it might be exactly the same. And like having to sign up for something, I don't know when it like I feel like they're going to be asking me to send money soon, and that makes me nervous because it's like $400. It's 3 days, and we don't make a whole lot of money, but we usually sell everything we bring. So, yeah. See, that's why I have to count twice, cut once. Yeah. Oh, good night, Lisa. You had a long day. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Yeah, so I guess if I try not to, as long as I make my money back, I'm generally okay with that and sell at least a few things. We usually give out a ton of business cards, like 500 in a weekend. And so I know like it comes back, but at the same time it's just really nervous. Yeah. It always amazes me like people are trying to haggle with me about my quilt prices. Like if I have something for $300 or $400, they're like, oh, because people just don't understand. But then they'll go pay $500 for a stained glass. I'm like, it's just as hard. Yeah, I make a lot on some of the quilts in the bags that I make because we use a lot of donated fabric, and especially the bags. Like the bags are pretty much free fabric. Like we use all kind of things that people give us. I did get a pair of my son's pants that had holes in them, his fatigues. So I'm gonna make some stuff out of that. I wanted to go to the Goodwill store or the secondhand store and buy because in any army town or any military town, you can get military uniforms for super cheap. You can get like t-shirts with army stuff on it. Like there's always like so much stuff in the Goodwill as people move. They don't want to take everything with them, so they donate it. And my son was like, "Oh, no, 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 don't go buy that. I have some. I have some." Well, he only gave me one pair of pants. So I told him he's gonna have to mail me some more. They're only like $3 or $4 for whatever. I made a bag last year that was so cute. I made it out of a welding. It was a welding shirt, and it just turned out so cute. I put a picture of it up online, and it sold like immediately. Somebody was like, "I want that. How much?" So I was like, "Okay, noted." Another welding shirt I made 2 bags out of last year and had them at the market. And this guy comes up and he's like, "Oh, I really want that, but I'm gonna come back tomorrow and I'm gonna get it tomorrow." I said, "It's not gonna be here tomorrow. Like, if you want it, buy it right now." And he laughed at me, like, "No, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. It's gonna be fine." I was like, "Okay." Well, of course, he comes back the next day and he's like, "Well, where is it?" I was like, "Dude, like, I told you I was gonna sell it. Like, I knew that it wasn't gonna last long." And he was like, I don't know if he said, "I didn't believe you," but clearly by his reaction, he didn't believe me. Like he was heartbroken that it had sold, and I was like, "I told you." Um, so he didn't get the welder's. I say welder's bag. It was a purse made out of a welding shirt, and it really was cute. I had made a few of them, and they weren't selling. And then I went and got some patches, like an American flag. One had an American flag. One had the Louisiana state flag on it. The other one had an alligator. So I just put like random patches on it and they sold immediately. So I was like, okay, now I know. So I'll make those. And even if they don't sell at this market in October, I'll have them for the next time around because we never have enough inventory anyway. Are y'all sewing tonight? Yeah, he probably thought he was going to get a discount. Nope. I don't ever discount things that I know we're gonna sell. I hang on to them. I'll sell, even if they sit for a year. Like I know there's certain purses and certain things that are gonna sell. But if I have something that I don't really like or I'm not sure if it's gonna sell, I will discount it. So you're sewing, Melanie's sewing. What you working on? Different type of clocks or blocks? You're always sewing? Oh, the sew along. I'm going to sew along a block for with quilt folk, the magazine. And we're on month 2 and I haven't even started it. I got an email today that block 2's coming out and I was like, oh snap. Look how crooked this is. I can't even use the rotary cutter. I think I need to iron this anyway. I got some new cheap scissors and apparently they are about what I paid for them. Turning different blocks into a clock, going to make small ones and larger ones. Oh, that's cool. I bought last year some foundation paper piece um, templates on making letters and numbers because I had big plans and I never used them. But I think about them all the time. It's like, that pattern you have just sitting there and like eventually one day you're going to do something with it. That's kind of how I feel about the letters. Okay, let's see if I have enough to make a block. I just got an email. So I bought a new rotary cutter. It's one of those ergonomic ones because I need a new one and I haven't used it yet. I'm kind of scared. Oh, and remember how I told y'all? I don't know if y'all were listening, but last week, 2 weeks ago, Mom and I were talking, and I was like, I lost my favorite little pair of embroidery scissors. As I was on the airplane and reached into my bag, and y'all, my scissors flew with me. These are my favorite little scissors. Apparently, they are not too big to fly on airplanes because I found them. I was so excited. The little things, right? When you find tools that really work, it's hard to replace them. So here comes the triangles. I tried to look into getting some of these made, a laser cutter, but apparently clear acrylic is finicky and you have to have the expensive laser, not a diode versus a CO2 laser. And what my cousin has is a diode, so I can't cut clear acrylic. You can cut dark acrylic, but I want to be able to see through my ruler. I actually wanted to put them in my pattern that I'm selling because you need them. And I was going to make them all cute and put my name on them, the cheeky quilters. And then I thought, well, maybe I could cut them out of something different, like just make a template instead of like a clear acrylic ruler. Any thoughts on that? Have y'all ever bought a pattern that came with its own ruler or template? And if so, like, is it okay that it's not like a full-on good acrylic ruler? What if I just, I guess, call it a template instead of a ruler to use just with that pattern? Would that be okay? Or like, is it not even worth it? Because if I don't include it, I'm going to be like, Missouri Star sells them. Oh, that was bad. I guess I should be counting the triangles. Do I count the triangles? I need 192 of them. I think my camera is right. I need to make a list of all the projects I have going right now. I'm not even kidding. I probably have 7, plus all of the long arming that I need to do. I need to finish that t-shirt quilt that I've been working on for 3 months. That one wasn't even. They'll buy it if they want to buy it. Yeah. So I could do like I could even do the free template could be just something cute and fun. It wouldn't have to be expensive. Because like to get this one made, to get something like this made, it would they would have to have the right laser, and to pay for it, they cost about $4 or $5 each. And I don't want to have to charge that extra on the quilts. I mean the patterns. I could just do. I could probably even cut with my Cricut a little piece of something. Plus, the word free always will get attention, right? Free templates here. And see, I got this from Marshall Dry Goods, and it's a really good quality. But other stuff I've gotten from them, not as much. I think this is from Marshall Dry Goods too. So I have a happy story. My cousin, one of my many cousins, and his wife, or in their early 40s, I want to say, and were told they could not have children, and out of nowhere, she is pregnant, got or was pregnant. They just had their baby yesterday. So congratulations to Casey and Jen. So exciting. Bye now. See you later. I think you guys are live later. I might have to get off so I can go see them. Go hang out with them while I finish cutting. So Jennifer did not join us tonight. She had big plans, I guess. I don't know what she was up to. Judy, how are you? You must be busy. You're not chatty tonight. What you working on? I think what I'm going to do is video this quilt being made and make a video. Because lately, since I've been doing the lives, I haven't been recording what I'm doing. And so I don't have a lot of videos coming out because I've just been doing lives instead. But I might. I like to do the editing for the longer ones, so I might have to do that. All right, guys, we're at 57 minutes, and I see my numbers have dwindled. I'm boring the people. They have other places to be. I think a few people went to bed too. Oh, I usually stand up when I do this. I can see better. You got some whips, donated blocks today. Oh, donated blood. So you're probably tired. The first time I donated blood, I passed out. And then the last time I was fine. I'm always scared that I'm going to pass out again. Oh, looks like this one doesn't fit, but this one does. Yep. Scrap pile. All right, guys. Well, I am done cutting. Let's see how it's going to look. So I've got my solids. I think each side is what, 4 pieces? Or do you fly or drive, Judy, when you go to Illinois? Just don't fly out of Newark. Just joking, I'm joking. It's too early for jokes, right? I've never flown out of Newark that I'm aware of. I've flown out of LaGuardia. See, I don't have enough colors left yet. Oh, I didn't cut those, that's why. I think I'm not gonna have enough to make my sample just yet. But that'll be my Kaleidoscope quilt. I kind of like those colors. These two pinks are too close together, though. Oh, that's not gonna help very much. Yeah, I'll have to work with that. I need to get some more colors. Oh, but that's gonna be cute. I might have to definitely get some additional light kind of brown colors and get some more batiks. But I really do like the green and the pink and the tan together. Yay! Very exciting. Not this. Of course, I could use that occasionally if I run out of dark colors. No, I don't like it. It must have been a misprint. I've never seen anything like that before. It's quite disturbing to me and my little brain. My little brain can't handle it. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get busy cutting more and sewing more. And I am going to make a video of this quilt because I've never made one before. And I think it'll be fun to document all the mistakes that I make in the next 2 weeks. So funny things about this is that I'm doing it quickly and I've never made it before and it's triangles. Um, um, oh, I didn't read the second part, Judy, that your son-in-law is back in the hospital. Oh, I hope everything's okay. Hey, Jess. Um, yeah, so I'm making a kaleidoscope quilt for the first time ever and gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna record the whole thing so I can make a video because I'm sure there's gonna be some drama. There's always drama. Anyway, all right, guys. Well, everybody have a great night. And for those of you who are joining, whose channel has the next live? I think, is it William? And what's his channel? I want to say the guy who sews, but I know that's not him. That's Sean. Jess, do y'all have a live tonight? See, she's already lurking. She's out there. She's not even paying attention. She put me on and then walked away. All right, guys. Well, y'all have a fabulous evening, and I will be here next Wednesday again. And hopefully, I'll have the quilt mostly finished, putting it together. Maybe it'll be on the long arm. Let us see how it goes. Peace out.